Today's video is sponsored by Tokyo Treat and Sakurako. It is officially 2025 and Dragon Ball Sparking Zero as well as the other video games are going to be popping off this year, and we will be starting off strong this year with the Sparking Zero first DLC pack, which is confirmed to be superhero related. Let's get into everything to expect and what I'm excited for. Alright, what is up? This is SLOplays and I am back at it again with some more Dragon Ball Sparking Zero news and updates here on the channel, guys. Let's talk about 2025 for this game, what to expect, what's going to be happening throughout the year, and what to get excited for, not only for Sparking Zero, but all the Dragon Ball games, okay? All the Dragon Ball games are going to be popping off this year. 2025 is looking very, very good. The only exception is, unfortunately, Fighters. I wish that game still got updates. Like, imagine if Fighters got Beast Gohan and Orange Piccolo. I would literally just die, bro. Like, why did they stop updating the game? It was so peak, but I digress. Let's get into it. We actually have a little news update for Sparking Zero. This is something that I don't think is like something super brand new, but I just checked the Steam page, and before it would show just Q1, Q2, and that was pretty much it for the estimated release date. So it's still just an estimate, but they did update it to show a good, better range, okay, a little bit more of an accurate range so that we know when to expect these DLCs to release. So, Dragon Ball Sparking Zero DLC 1 contains playable characters from the Dragon Ball Super superhero movie, will be coming anywhere from right now, the start of January, to March 2025, which kind of what we expected, but I wanted to actually get a good confirmation of like a legitimate range, okay? Because sometimes when they say, oh, it could be Q1, and then they, do it in like May or some bullshit, right? It's like, that ain't Q1, right? But that's good, okay? I do appreciate that they did update the Steam page. Now, keep in mind the Season Pass on Steam is the only way of seeing these estimates. This has not been announced by Bandai, as far as I know, or Spike, or any of the devs or anything, okay? They haven't announced that yet, so I would say stay tuned for that, right? The only thing that we know is that the Season Pass, with the first DLC, it's going to be superhero. DLC 2 contains playable characters from Dragon Ball Daima, as well as DLC 3. Now, DLC 3 will also be, this one's going to be after Q1, okay? So this could be anywhere from April to June. So not that, long, right, in between these DLCs. Like, DLC 1 and DLC 2 are going to have a very, very short window, okay? My prediction that I'm going to stick with is for DLC 1, superhero shit, that's going to be probably this month. I'm going to estimate probably near the end of the month, but it could be anywhere in February. I do not see this releasing anywhere, after like early February. If that's the case, then they're going to haul ass and have these DLCs way too close. So realistically, January, probably like late January to early February. And it could come even earlier than that. It could be within the next like week or two, and they drop it before Dragon Ball Games Battle Hour, right? Now, that would be a little bit weird, but, I mean, it's Sparking Zero. They do their own announcements separately from a lot of stuff anyways, so it could be, that case. But with DLC 2, which is confirmed to be at least Glorio and Vegeta Mini, so we're likely going to probably see Super Saiyan 3 Vegeta in this one, but I could be wrong. They could save it and, add it via DLC 3, so no confirmation on that. We'll talk about that probably in a different video. I'll go into more in depth of what I think, Vegeta is going to be like, okay, because he's the only one that has a new transformation so far. Goku has only shown Super Saiyan and Super Saiyan 2, and that has been it, right? And we haven't even got a confirmation of Super Saiyan Goku, at least Goku Mini, right? But yeah, January to March, so probably DLC 2 for Daima. I guess that would be March, right? That would be the latest, and even like maybe the earliest. Okay, just depends on when they're going to be dropping DLC 1. So once they drop DLC 1, we can get, a good idea of when DLC 2 will come, right? Usually they tend to do it about a month, maybe 2 months right after, in between. They're on schedule. Okay, for those of you that are saying like, oh, it's taking forever, like they need to drop the DLC right now. Nah, yeah. Okay, if you follow these anime games, or just like most games, they generally do about 3 to 4 months after the game releases. Okay, they do the DLC, which makes sense. Okay, you gotta have some time to digest the game. I know people just was speed running the fucking game when it came out. The early access people beat it before the game officially came out on the 10th, right? They did it within the 3 days. They already completed everything, 100%ed it. Like, that's fine if that's how you enjoy a game, okay? But you know, that was not the intention for people to do that. You're supposed to play a little bit every now and then, you know, and it was at least supposed to last, you know, maybe a few weeks to a month in terms of like the main campaign. Okay, that's how I played it, and that's why I enjoyed it probably a lot more than a lot of people. But hey, that's just me. I digress. Okay, but yeah, this is great. This is great to see. I don't know what's gonna happen after June 2025. Okay, I'm going to predict and assume they're gonna take probably a long break, and then maybe we'll get an announcement. And I know this is jumping way too far ahead, y'all, but maybe we'll see an announcement for a season 2. I do not see 1 season, 3 DLC packs being the only DLC that they'll drop for this game. Okay, this game is way too big. It's way too hyped. They invested so much time and effort and money into this shit, right? And the demand is definitely there. I know y'all want to see OG Dragon Ball. I know y'all want to see Dragon Ball GT, aka Super 17. Where the fuck is he? Why didn't he make it in the base game, but Frieza Soldier 37 did? But I digress, okay? That's just how it's going to be, right? So we'll talk about that after June, right? Maybe after June we'll discuss a potential season 2. But for now, this is like the Xenoverse 2 style of DLC releases, right? They usually did the first season, it lasts from the beginning of the year or early, like, for example, DLC 1 for Xenoverse 2 released, I think, in, like, late, I want to say January. Sorry, not January. December. And then they did, like, I think DLC 2 was, like, February-ish, and then DLC 3, I think, was maybe around, like, March. I can't remember. But DLC 4, I believe that dropped in the summer as well. So it's going to be a similar type of thing like this. And then they'll probably take a break, and then maybe we'll see some DLC at the very end of the year or early 2026, okay? They do have to have that little break in between to, you know, be like, all right, we're going to be announcing our next season, right? Tokyo Treat is a monthly pop Japanese snack subscription box where you will get up to 20 of the exclusive limited edition and seasonal flavored Japanese snacks, including Japanese instant ramen and drinks that are only available in Japan for a limited time. While Sakurako is a monthly Japanese artisan snack box that supports local Japanese snack makers, each box coming with 20 traditional, authentic, and artisan Japanese snacks, including Japanese teas and a special Japanese tableware. Happy New Year, y'all. Let's actually get into Tokyo Treats first. As always, we have this New Year, like, butter chip. It's a smoked butter chip, so having a smoked flavor on a chip is always, like, kind of hard to pull off. I mean, barbecue chips, I guess, have that. That's strong, bro. It is good. It's a good smell. All right, let's get a big one here. So, I guess it's going to be like a butter flavor, right? Mmm. Has a little bit of sweetness, a little bit of tanginess. That's actually insane. 10 out of 10. Dang, that smokiness, like, lingers. I like it. I like it a lot. All right, let's get into Sakurako here. These are some yuzu crackers. So yuzu, if you guys don't know, is like a citrusy kind of fruit. Ichigo's little sister is named Yuzu because they're all named after fruits, which is pretty cool. So I like that, dude. Look at this. It smells like a cracker. Very subtle. Not too sweet. I personally don't like really sweet stuff, but I can taste a little bit of that hint of citrus. That's pretty good. Some tea. And finally, the little tableware item from Sakurako. It's just a little coaster. It's a cloth coaster, which I normally don't ever buy those, so this is kind of cool. I like the pattern. It's actually really sick. Look at the back. Dog. I like it. This month's theme for Tokyo Treat is the New Year's Treatings. Happy New Year from Tokyo Treat. Celebrate Oshogatsu with a festive box full of sweet and savory Japanese snacks, from unique flavors to fun surprises. This box makes your 2025 celebrations even more delicious. Snack your way into an amazing new year with some of the snack highlights being the Kit Kat Strawberry Chocolate Cake, Hokkaido Smoked Butter Chips, Matcha Au Latte Drink, and many more. This month's theme for Sakurako is the New Year's in Japan. Celebrate Oshogatsu, the Japanese New Year, with Sakurako. This month's box is filled with traditional Japanese sweets and savory treats symbolizing hope, luck, and prosperity for the year ahead. Experience Japan's most cherished holiday through authentic flavors crafted by local artisans. Some of these snack highlights include New Year's Senbai, strawberry daifuku, red and white plum kohakutu, and the yuzu shiroko biscuits. All of it pairs perfectly with the yuzu sencha tea, and this month's tableware is the Nishijin Ori Coaster, a Japanese fabric coaster.
Use code SLOWS to get $5 off for your first Sakurako box through the link down below in the description, and also to get $5 off for your first Tokyo Treat box, also down in the link in the description below.
So that's Sparking Zero information for DLC, what's going to be going on. Kind of what we knew, what to expect, but it's nice to get a little update on actual time frames, okay? Now, when it comes to Battle Hour, okay, this could be where they announce the actual DLC for Sparking Zero, right? And that not only that, but just all the games, okay? Dragon Ball Games Battle Hour, this is now officially the event since, you know, I don't know, the past like 3 or 4 years now. This is where you can expect big announcements for the games, which makes sense, right? Even now, you know, sometimes they talk about Daima, and Daima is most likely ending around late February to March, okay? So I think that actually works out perfectly for scheduling DLC releases for all the games / you know, updates for the games like Legends and Dokkan. So everything's going to fall into place perfectly. So January 18th to the 19th, this will be on a weekend. It's in Los Angeles. If you guys are going, okay, have fun. It's going to be a sick event, right? But yeah, the only thing that we really know that's confirmed is, okay, well, first and foremost, the events on stage will be streamed, okay? We were worried about that last year, if you guys remember. Oh my god, dude. 2024 was so fun, but I was very, very worried about that. I thought they weren't going to stream it, but I think now they're putting out an official announcement ahead of time, okay? They did streaming it because of the backlash from people, because... Or either that or they had shit clarification, okay? But all we need to really know about that is detailed information. It's going to be the dramatic showdown. So that's what's confirmed of what we're going to be seeing, okay? It's going to be day 2. So day 1, I wouldn't really care too much about it. If you're into the card game, Legends, and Dokkan, you might get something, okay? That's just the stage that they're going to have. But the Dramatic Showdown, which is the big tournament that they've been doing, Android 19 and 20, y'all remember that? Hey, they patched that shit, so we good, right? But yeah, they're going to have that big-ass tournament. There's also going to be some Daima stuff, a special panel for Daima. So I wouldn't really expect any major announcements. Maybe they'll talk about Super Saiyan 3 Vegeta or some shit. We're not getting a Daima episode until next week, so keep that in mind. It's going to be on break, so tomorrow... you know, by the time this video goes up, tomorrow's Friday, so no Daima episode tomorrow, okay? Just want you guys to, you know, understand that, because maybe some people didn't know, and they're like, oh, where the fuck is the episode, right? Because it's getting good, right? Daima's getting really fucking good. Get on that shit right now. So, Dramatic Showdown, I think that's going to be it. It's going to be lasting, I think it's, what, like 2 p.m.? Okay, 9 a.m., they're going to do top 16, and then 2 p.m., I guess, is like grand finals, like top 8 grand finals or whatever. But other than that, it's just a tournament. We'll be holding the Dragon Ball Sparking Zero tournament the first one ever. Blah, blah, blah. You can join. Don't forget to special rules. Yes. Okay, I mean, obviously, we're not fucking playing. We're just watching, right? Yeah, that's the only thing, but let's be real, y'all, okay? Let's be fucking real. At the very end of this tournament, they're probably going to be like, oh, thank you for playing Sparking Zero. Thank you for watching the tournament. We have a special announcement from Jun Furutani, and Jun Furutani is going to get up on stage and he'll be like, what up, bitches? I got the DLC one fucking trailer for you right now, bitch. Watch that shit. And then we're going to shit our pants. We're going to rocket through the roof. We're going to jizz everywhere, paint our walls white, Beast Gohan, Orange Piccolo. It's going to go crazy, right? So that's most likely what's going to happen. I mean, what is this? They have the challenge, the custom. Oh, yeah, they have a little... custom battle scenarios from the game producer. This is going to be in attendance, okay, for those of you that are there. And then, of course, playable demo! Woohoo! Playable demo after the game has been released for 3 months and people have already stopped playing the game. Woo! All right, so let's move on to the last couple things that I want to talk about. I'm just throwing this in here because this is stuff that we could most likely expect. This is 2025. I'm talking about everything to expect from 2025. So obviously we know Dokkan and Legends are going to get their, you know, weekly, bi-weekly updates like they normally do. They're going to get Daima shit. They're going to get new characters, etc., etc. I think Dokkan's anniversary is coming up pretty soon here. But yeah, Future Saga Chapter 3. This is my most anticipated, okay, one of the most anticipated things for me personally. I know some of you don't play Xenoverse 2 anymore. You don't give a shit. Future Saga Chapter 2 was not all that great, but I still enjoyed it, okay? But that teaser got me so hyped. So Future Saga Chapter 3, most likely going to be around probably Q1 to potentially Q2 of this year. So that means it could be dropping. I mean, I don't think it's going to be dropping anytime this month or even next month. The earliest, maybe March. Latest, gonna be the summer. I think summer is kind of their new time frame where they want to release a DLC since the previous one. So they usually do a summer release, and then they do a late fall to early winter release in the same year. So 2 DLCs per year. We have DLC 19 and the DLC 20, which most likely is going to be around fall to, I guess, like early winter, December. So November, December, that's probably where we're going to see that, okay? So expect that. Get excited for that. And last thing, I didn't get to talk about this because, you know, I mean, I just forgot. Legitimately forgot. I got busy. But they did confirm that Kakarot Daima Adventure Through the Demon Realm Part 1 will be coming this year as well, which I think everybody knew that. If you didn't, you know, expect that, then I don't know. I don't know what to tell you. But yeah, it's been a while since we got any Kakarot DLC. You want to know when the last DLC was? DLC 5, which was early last year in 2024. I think it was like around like February. They had the End of Z DLC, which was a great DLC. Had a lot of fun with it, right? But I'm really excited to see that. I think out of any video game, the Kakarot Daima experience will be the absolute best, okay? The way that the story has played out for this series works so well for an RPG type of style. And even though this is an action RPG, it's going to give you that, you know, the best experience. And obviously the cutscenes are gonna look the best. CC2 will absolutely just fucks, okay? They fuck hard with that shit, right? We're most likely part 1, my assumption is it's gonna be Goku versus Tamagami 3, up to potentially we might see Super Saiyan 3 Vegeta versus Tamagami 2. And then it might cut off there, okay? I think those two would work out, and they're hype enough to give you something really, really good for the Daima experience. And these are expensive, by the way. If you guys didn't know, these are very, very expensive. So that's going to be my prediction. And then part 2 maybe will come at the end of this year or early next year in 2026. So that's going to be whatever happens going forward. Again, we're in uncharted territory with Daima. There's no trailer footage, nothing, okay? We don't know anything unless you've been following spoilers or leaks or whatever. I have not been. I don't know what's going to happen. I'm going to keep it that way because I want to get excited. But yeah, be careful, all right? Be careful about spoilers. So that's a lot of shit for this year, man. And like I said, it's not even just Sparking Zero. It's Kakarot. It's Xenoverse 2. It's Legends. It's Dokkan. Breakers as well included in this. Shout out to my boy Iron Cane, all right? Even though that Breakers season that they had, what were they on, season 7, wasn't all that great, it seems that they still want to continue producing shit for that game. So we'll likely see a season 8. I have no idea how much longer that game's gonna last, but I mean, there's a player base for it, and it's a very low effort game because it just reuses a lot of assets from Xenoverse. But yeah, that's gonna be the situation with that. Get excited. I'm excited. 2025 is going to be really, really cool for Dragon Ball in general. 2024 was just part 1 of the Dragon Ball 40th anniversary hype, okay? 2025 is basically part 2 of it, and I don't know what's going to happen beyond that. And last thing, which we already talked about, I'm just going to throw this in here. The manga will be coming back with that one-shot from Toyotaro. I think that's going to be sometime in February, if I'm not mistaken. So that's exciting as well. That potentially could set up the groundwork for the manga officially returning with like a monthly updates, you know, a monthly manga that we used to have, but no confirmation. We'll definitely see. So let me know your thoughts, predictions, excitement. Tell me what you are most excited for in 2025. It doesn't even have to be Dragon Ball related, just whatever you are hyped for. There's so much going to be happening this year, and you know, we love it. We fucking love it. Drop a like, subscribe here on the channel, ring my notification bell. I'll see you in the next. Peace out.
This is Broly, and you are watching SLOplays. Make sure to subscribe, or else I'll destroy your entire planet.